Frank Mir, how you doing?
Doing well, man. Thanks.
All right, I know you're about to crank out your podcast, phone booth fighting, so appreciate a couple minutes.
No worries, man.
Look, you're doing the entertainment world, but what about the fighting world? When are we gonna see you, lace them up against somebody?
I don't know, man. I've been talking to Kogan and trying to figure out a date. Contractually, I'm up on April 1st, so I don't think they're gonna get it in before then. So I'll just work out something to obviously probably extend it somehow. And I started December 22nd. I did the stem cell down in Medellin, Colombia. So I was supposed to take a month off. So I just started about probably like January 10th. Started lifting and moving around lightly, doing a lot of body motion stuff. And then the last 2 weeks really have picked up the intensity in my weight workouts. Started working out with Nick Best again, the world's strongest man. And then in the mornings, training with a guy named Stephen Dottie. And so 8 a.m. workouts been doing well. And then now I just, last week I added going back to Game Changers and doing conditioning Monday, Wednesday, Friday with Mel Spicer. And then this week, the next layer to add into is to start going back to Syndicate. So that's where actually I'm just coming back from, but we actually were at the PI, but training with John Wood at 11:30. And I'll probably do that for another 2 weeks. And then hopefully add in some jiu-jitsu again, in the evenings. Just, I'm 40 years old. When I'm getting back to it, you just gotta add in layers. But with the stem cell, man, I'm back to weight training and my strength feels incredible. It's nice to be able to lift and train and do a lot of auxiliary stuff and not work around injuries and just not even have them.
All right, so you said in April, the contract's up?
Yeah, technically.
Could you explore free agency? PFL, one championship? Or is Bellator still the number one choice? Is that all you want?
No, that's not the case at all. I think Bellator is a great company and stuff, but I would like to fight more often. And so and then honestly too, especially because my daughter getting into everything now and doing MMA, I probably when this contract's up, I'll look at all my options. PFL is definitely something that's super interesting, but in all reality too, before it's all said and done, I'm gonna retire with the UFC. So especially with the USADA now being more realistic about the metabolite issue, what they did with John really made it to where now I can go back, because that was my whole complaint before, was just like how John didn't know how he kept testing positive for the metabolites. With their testing, I didn't know how I was going to test. If you don't know how you did it, how am I going to avoid it happening the next time? And since I'm not John Jones, I couldn't suffer a 4-year suspension for an additional positive test. So I went ahead, and that was my main reason for leaving the UFC to begin with. So now that that's fixed and USADA's not such Nazis, and they realize that obviously there's more to it than just what's on the surface, I can go back.
Allow me to place somebody on your radar, because I was thinking about this. Fedor Emelianenko, he did his farewell tour in Japan. He wants one more in the U.S. and one in Russia. Would a rematch with him
I would
be something
love
interesting?
A rematch with Fedor. I think he realizes, though, that the last fight was a fluke in his favor. He gets touched, he falls down, and I hit harder than Bader. So if I touch him, and then I just got overzealous. First fight back after 2 years, he caught me. Hey, he's an explosive fighter, but he's a glass cannon. You know what I mean? Like, he can't take a shot. So I would just play it safe, not expose myself, and just keep throwing jabs. And if one lands, he's gonna go to sleep. And so, I think that's definitely a fight I would like to get back to prove. Because anybody can, talk and say, hey, this is what happened. But, I would love to be afforded the ability or the opportunity to show what I'm saying is correct. And I did it with the Bader fight. When Bader fought him in the finals, I broke down exactly how that fight was going to end. I'm like, Bader's going to fake a shot, throw a left hook, because of, it just shows that my mind for analyzing fights is at a high aptitude, And so, I can pick apart people's offense and defense and game plan and know who they are and go, okay, this is the weakness here. And being afforded the opportunity to show that I'm right is always nice.